No. That was a yank. He yanked it.
Oh, my.
No big deal. No big deal, somebody said in the gallery, but still maybe just a little bit of a confidence shaker. Needs to hit a good shot off 16.
David Duval, the last 3 holes. Birdie, eagle, birdie. There comes his second shot now on the par 4 17th. I doubt that the young man, in fact, I think it's impossible for him to be as aware of the importance right now of this particular golf shot. I'm sure that he's unaware as to what happened behind him.
Well, that's true, but until that shot, I'm sure he knows everything. Rewards are evident everywhere. 17 playing downwind, that was from 162 yards.
Come on. Good job, everybody watching. Go, Tom. Go, Tom.
And now a memorable moment from the Memorial Tournament, sponsored by Dean Witter. Tom Watson, to all intents and purposes, may have won the 1979 Memorial Tournament, not in the 4th round, but in the 2nd round. In a driving rain with winds at 30 miles an hour and a wind chill factor of 13, Watson shot 69 on a day when 43 of the best 105 players in the world failed to break 80. Watson, who always had an affinity for foul playing conditions, said, "It wasn't that bad. I practiced all winter in Kansas City."
Greg Lambert isn't too worried about how to invest for Zach's college education.
This is a very tee shot now at the par 3 16th for Tom Watson.
Bruce Edwards made a real interesting comment to me back in the 13th fairway. He said Tom really had a feeling of peace of mind today out here on the course. I think now is when he really needs to dig down, keep that feeling. Just hit a good, safe shot to the center of the green. As soon as I say that, he goes right at the flag.
An aggressive move. And earlier today, Mark O'Meara with a fine 67. He's sitting upstairs now with Jack and Steve. So let's go back to Steve Melnick.
Brent, thank you very much. Mark O'Meara, it's almost old hat. Congratulations for yet another great event. But let's talk about Tom Watson. I think you said it to Jack when you came in here. Yes, you played well. Yes, you like to win. But I think you feel stronger for Watson, don't you?
No question about it, Steve. You know, when you're out there playing, you're trying to play your best and try to win a golf tournament. But obviously, Tom has played some super solid golf. Like Jack was saying, driving it in the fairways, hitting a lot of greens, missing the 15th fairway, the first fairway of the day, only missing 1 green. He's played some super golf, and the guys know just how good Tom Watson is. And I've played with Tom when he was on his game, and he's been hitting the ball super, like Jack said yesterday, for probably pretty much the last 2 or 3 years. And no question, yeah, he's missed some short putts, but he's still a super putter. And I think that as long as he believes that in his own heart, he'll get the job done. And I don't think, you know, just showing the shot he just hit there on 16 shows what kind of competitor Tom Watson is. I mean, he's a fantastic golfer.
How important are these last 3 holes to Tom Watson right now?
Well, when you've been working very hard to win a golf tournament, it's been quite a few years, they're very important. But I think they're playing very accessible today. The fairways are soft. They're playing a little bit downwind out of the right. I would think that on 17, he'll probably hit a driver and about an 8-iron. So that makes that hole not too difficult. And then 18, if he puts the ball in the fairway, he's going to be coming in with probably a 6 or 7-iron. So I think Tom Watson's going to get it done today.
All right, Mark. Thank you very much. Appreciate your work, and good luck at the U.S. Open in a couple of weeks.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Steve, and congratulations to Mark. And now for young David Duval. And Judy, what does he face with this long birdie putt here at 17?
Well, the first thing he has faced is there is a leaderboard only about 20 yards from him, just looking right at this green. And there is no doubt in his mind how important this putt might be. Markedly uphill all the way, one that he can give himself a chance to make.
It's fascinating, you know, this putt really, if you're honest, is realistically not holeable. I mean, you might hole, it might go in the hole, but realistically you don't expect to hole from this range. The one thing though that he might do is think, I can get this in. This confidence of a 24-year-old. Don't three putt.
I would call it about 25 feet.
Fine effort, though. But it'll leave him 2 back. Now, before that, he's playing with Davis Love. And on videotape, let's show you Davis. Here was his 3rd from off the green.
This was a very hard shot.
Didn't look so hard, Judy.
You saw that big smile, didn't you, Brent?
It sure did. Now, the fellow who received that forward pass was sitting on a blanket. And Davis Love's second shot rolled on the blanket, so he got relief. And so here's a souvenir for offering me a better lie. And now let's go back to 16 and Watson.
15 feet or so down the hill. Not much break to it.
Now on the tee at 18, Davis Love, who's playing David Duval together. Watson just tapped in back at 16, so he stays ahead.
That was a 3-wood from the tee here to keep him going through the fairway. This hole, year after year, the hardest or second hardest hole on the golf course.
Stocky figure. Duval gives the ball a really good hit. Strong legs, thick set body. Watch him get right through this. Right through there. Gone left.
Yeah, good shot.
Is it coming back?
That
Yeah.
started down the left side and back towards the center.
So young David Duval giving chase up against one of golf's great legends, Tom Watson, who's trying to win for the first time since 1987.
"12 years ago, Bob and Judith Akers looked forward to the day they could retire to a little business by the sea. No easy project to take on alone.
Line cleanly, he should be able to find the green okay from there. It's not in any dangerous position in the bunker.
This is the 3rd shot at 17 for Houston, and he does not have fond memories of the 17th. When he shot his 61, he bogeyed this hole. Came back and bogeyed it again yesterday. Nicely done. Now we move up to the 18th, and Davis Love, I believe, is first.
Just over 170 yards. The wind, a bit of a fooler here at 18. It does help, but it's also moving from the player's right.
No, 72 uphill, 82. Got to be playing 75 anyway. It's a smooth one though.
I think we could hear Davis say there's not enough wind at my back to hit 7, so going with just a smooth 6-iron.
Oh, good swing.
Putt against it. Putt against it. Don't kill it. Go a little.
Well, in trouble. Just tweaked it left.
Yeah, I like that club, David.
Been a
Big
tough
moment now for David
flag
Duval.
position today, Peter. There have been only 9 birdies at 18. Meanwhile, Houston did
Good
finish
smooth
up
one now.
with his par at 17. Now David Duval, 2 back of Tom Watson.
Well, you get no marks for going left of this flag today with the slope of the green, so we'll see. I fancy he should be aiming it at that bunker behind the green on the left-hand
Quiet,
side.
please.
Well, he's somewhere right in between a
All right,
6
let's
and
move
7
on.
iron. If he lets his natural shot drift back into the wind, he'd probably want to hit the little 6. 164 yards for David.
Be right. Be right.
Brilliant.
Attaboy.
Well, now, Mr. Watson is going to have to earn this victory today.
Well, let's go back to Tom Watson and Jack Nicklaus.
Jack, what about this second shot?
Well, Tom actually put the ball in the best place to approach the green from, Steve, and particularly where the pin is. And he played a pretty darn good shot. You know, I think that back in '84, last time I won this golf tournament, I put it out of bounds. As a matter of fact, I put it on somebody's back porch. And I know that the right is the only place that Tom did not want to be, and the left bunker is not a bad place, and that's exactly where he put it. So it's not as bad a tee shot as people might have think he hit. He put the ball in a very, very good position to play this golf hole.
Brent?
Thank you, Steve. Now Els.
As Jack mentioned, Ernie from the center of the fairway didn't have as good an angle as Tom Watson. Obviously could spin the ball better, though. Good shot.
So Tom Watson leads by 2 strokes, but David Duval can make it 1. Back with more after this message and a word from our ABC station. While we're away, here on the finishing hole, Davis Love in the greenside bunker. Very well done. Now out at 17, and don't we all remember Watson chipping one in at 17 in the U.S. Open, leaving it just a little short. Had that left for par. He's 2 up on young David Duval, but don't forget Duval with a makeable putt at 18. This to make it a 1-shot lead.
Well, he's just gone birdie, eagle, birdie, par. This for a birdie, so that would be a tremendous finish. Last 5 holes, he would have birdied virtually everyone with the eagle and 1 par if he gets this. You'll remember his last 5 holes here for a long time. If this goes in, Watson has got his 4 at the 17th. And in she goes.
Oh. It is a 1-shot lead as Tom Watson comes to the 18th tee. Spectacular finish for David Duval, Jacksonville, Florida.
All right, got one more. All right, Tom. Bring him on. Stroke it, Tom. Hold on.
Now out in the fairway, Paul Stankowski is finishing up. He's 2 over for the day, 8 under for the tournament.
Well, David Duval's birdie makes that 10 today at the 18th.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Well, it looked as if Tom was just coasting along, and then suddenly that barrage of birdies from Duval over the closing holes. And now Tom on the 18th tee, the honour going to Ernie Els. He only needs a 4 to win.
Exactly what he needs to win. Walking up to the 18th tee, Tom walked past me, looked at me, and said he made it, didn't he? So he knows exactly what the situation is.
Good drive.
And now the man of the moment, Tom Watson.
Well, he pushed one at the 15th. He just pulled one slightly at the last hole. Now, Tom, watch it as long as you can. Smooth swing.
Sort of a high cut, needs to miss the tree on the right.
All right, perfect. Perfect. Good hit. Thank you.
Comforting words from his caddy. Just 3 more shots will do it.
Just a one-shot advantage on young David Duval. Wound up 500. Now Tom Watson getting ready for his second shot on this par 4 18th as they clear the green. John Houston and Paul Stankowski. Houston 1 over for the day and Stankowski 2 over for the day, and Watson eyes the scene up there.
It was really a magnificent tee shot that Watson hit. As I mentioned, it was sort of a high cut, but he hit it so solidly, carried it past the trees.
There you see it. Watson trying to break through for the first time since '87. He's been close. He's finished second 5 times since that last PGA Tour victory. 4 of those second place finishes in the last 6 years. And you were left wondering at this time, where is his dear friend Byron Nelson? Where is Byron watching right now? And you know how hard Byron and all of Tom's great golfing buddies are pulling for him right now just to put it up on that green and 2-putt and break through with a win, as David Duval has joined Steve Mellick, so he will be watching like everybody else.
Tom's yardage is 143 to the front edge. The hole is 17 paces back, so he's got 160. I would think he would need to hit it probably a good 155 if he's going anywhere toward the flag.
Let's just watch.
Get down. Eat it up.
Keep smiling, Tom.
And of the 25,000 people out here right now, the largest applause of all came from Ernie Els, standing right next to Tom. He knew what a great shot that was.
I think David Duval was applauding upstairs too. Big smile on his face. I think everybody in golf appreciates this moment. Young Duval, he'll have his moments. He's a great young player.
Come down. Yeah.
This is going to be a wonderful arrival for Tom Watson. Let's just listen to the reception that he gets from some of the greatest golf fans in the country. Well, Steve Melnick, young David Duval made this a lot closer than you might have expected about an hour ago, huh?
Well, Brent, I think I'm sitting here with a young man who's got mixed feelings. It was a great finish, 5 under the last 5 holes, and yet so many people want Tom Watson to win.
Yeah, you know, he's obviously been a great player and a great ambassador for the game, and he's been in a bit of a drought. You know, I'm just getting started, so, you know, obviously I'm looking to break through and win a golf tournament here soon, and if I can't do it here, I'd just as soon see Tom Watson win the tournament.
Well, David, you played beautifully the first 2 years on tour. It's tough for me to sit here and wish you well, and yet want Watson to do well at 18 as well.
Well, you know, it's the nature of the game. You know, you're not going to root against other players. You know, you want to beat them when they're playing their best, because you want to perform at your best. And it's nice to see them playing so well. You know, I've kind of struggled all day today and just got a bit of a hot streak coming at the end, and that's why I'm up there and have a chance now.
Well, somehow I sense your time will come, and it will come very soon. Good luck, David.
Thanks.
Brent?
All right, Steve, and certainly we join you in congratulating David Duval for that 67 today. Tom Watson waits, and Ernie Els will putt first. Watson just 2 putts away from his first win since '87. Els, disappointing final round for him. He's 3 over for the day. This would be a very successful conclusion, just missing. Top 10 finish for Els.
One of 5 players at 8 under, so made a big difference to the paycheck. Ernie finishes at 8 under.
You know, in the history of this Memorial Tournament, only Jack Nicklaus, Hale Irwin, and Greg Norman have won twice. This man can now join them. 2 putts for a win. He's gone 141 tournaments on the PGA Tour since he last broke through. What a win! Happy and relieved, Tom Watson finishes with a birdie at the 18. A 70, the final round. Ben Crenshaw amongst those out at the 18th, watching Watson's triumph. Still to come, the closing ceremonies. Jack Nicklaus will officially crown Tom Watson as this year's winner of the Memorial, sponsored by Dean Witter.
That's done. Now let's go win the U.S. Open.
Today, he was a 3rd round leader and with style. Over the last few years, just think about the memorable moments that have come here at the Memorial. Paul Azinger from out of the bunker. Tom Lehman with his 467s. Greg Norman winning a year ago. And now Tom Watson breaking through. As Jack and everyone associated with this grand tournament has been saying for a long time, it takes years for history to develop, and it certainly has been developing here at Muirfield Village. This will be a win, Peter Allis, that golf aficionados will be talking about tomorrow worldwide. I dare say this will be a very popular victory over in your country, sir.
Very popular victory indeed, because he does hit the ball so beautifully and has done all through his sort of putting woes, although he was holding long putts, yes, and still in general terms he's a very good putter, but he has been missing an awful lot of short ones, and that erodes the confidence. But he came through it all today. Little bit maybe shaky around about the 15th, 16th, 17th, but all in all, a tremendous performance from him. And David Duval finishing with 5 birdies, Marco Mira there again, and David Frost. The rest just fell away. Disappointment for Ernie Els, but his time will come, but he's got to learn just to play a little bit better in the crunch.
How sweet this walk is. Billy Casper is there, Pandel Savick, Barbara, and Jack Nicklaus. Let's go to Mark Rolfing. Mark.
Tom Watson, it has been a long 10 years, but what a time and what a place to end that drought.
Well, it's for you, Dad.
Tell me, you have won a lot of big tournaments in your career. What was the feeling walking up the 18th fairway after you hit that shot?
I just wanted to two-putt that putt right there. That's all I wanted to do.
Jack Nicklaus speculated it had quite a bit of speed going down that hill.
Well, I think it was kind of similar to the one at the U.S. Open in '82.
Well, you've made a lot of people across America real happy today, Tom.
I was very fortunate. I'm very happy to have won at a golf course that Jack Nicklaus built and created one of the world's best golf tournaments. I'm extremely happy. Been 9 years for me, but I'm extremely happy for my dad.
All right, there's a couple of people over here I'd like to introduce to everybody. First of all, on the far left over here, the 1996 Memorial honoree, Mr. Billy Casper. On his right, the chairman of the Memorial Tournament, Pandel Savick. And on Pandel's right, the lovely lady who is the captain of Muirfield Village Golf Club this year, Barbara Nicklaus. The captain. And, of course, the founder and the host of the Memorial Tournament, Jack Nicklaus.
Mark, you know, I haven't been, I'll have to say this is the most exciting win that I've seen in 10 years. I think you know what I'm talking about. And Tom, I couldn't be happier. I can't think of anybody I'd rather present this to, and I couldn't be happier for you.
Thanks,
that was
Jack.
just fantastic.
Appreciate it.
My friend, here you are.
Thank you. It's kind of like our practice round, or that round we played down in Florida this winter.
Oh, man.
Remember that?
You played unbelievable. Well, congratulations. That's unbelievable.
Thank you very much.
All right, Tom Watson is the champion. Back to you, Brent.
See how the trophy's been redesigned, and certainly there are a lot of people that we need to thank. Our good friends at Dean Witter, a limited number of commercial messages during the last 3 hours, and certainly we thank the good folks at Dean Witter. Jim Whistler and the great staff here, Muirfield Village. Every year they do such a fabulous job of hosting this golf tournament. I'd like to thank all the golf fans in the Columbus, Ohio area who come out here to Dublin. Knowledgeable galleries. They were thrilled today at Tom Watson's triumph. They were concerned for him when he came to the tee at the 18th. But how about those 3 solid golf shots, leading by only 1, and he put the tee shot in perfect position. Then he struck the green, attacking the flagstick, and with a flourish, the birdie putt. And the drought is over for Tom Watson. And as Jack Nicklaus predicted yesterday, Tom Watson's winning days are not over. No, indeed, they may just be starting anew. This wraps up ABC's final round coverage of the Memorial, sponsored by Dean Witter. So long, everybody. The executive producer of ABC Sports is Jack O'Hara. Today's telecast was produced by Terry Jaspro, directed by Jim Jeanette. Technical directors, Gary Larkins, Doug Schmidt. Replay producer, Jack Graham. Replay director, John Del Vecchio. Associate director, Margaret Schaefer. Production managers, Mike Webb, Robert Weiss, Deanna Hurd. Technical operations managers, Claude Phipps, Hal Schmitz.